Okay, the new Liverpool team's terrifying.
We play in Europe, so we want to achieve things over there as well, that all these teams try to strengthen their squad. So if you do the same as we did last year, we will probably not be able to win it again. So we have to improve the players that are still there, and we've tried to bring new energy in, but also weapons, as you call it. And I think the players that we brought in have shown that already in the few times we've trained together and the games we've played.
Liverpool are the champions of England. But not just any champions, they didn't just win the Premier League, they dominated it.
Based on what you've seen today and of Liverpool this season, do you think you've seen the Premier League champions?
It's what I said before. How many points have advantage from Arsenal? It's a lot. How many games lost? The only team can lose it.
So that's a yes then?
I didn't say yes. The only team can lose it.
For Arne Slot, that wasn't enough. He's not here for one trophy, he's here to build a dynasty.
Yeah, I think I said before with the other, not that we had so many records, but with the other record, that we should be proud because so many great teams have worn this shirt, so many great managers have been at this club. So if you can achieve something that hasn't been achieved before, that's almost impossible at a big club like this. And to achieve it is always nice, but I said it also about the other records. It's records are nice, but there's something else that's more nice than records, and we both know what I mean, I think.
And to do that, he's delivered the most important transfer window in Liverpool's history. £116 million for Florian Wirtz, the best midfielder in the Bundesliga.
When you see a player who can slow the game down like he can when he receives the ball, he was absolutely brilliant. I've followed his career since then. I think it's the signing of the season.
He's a bit like you, Joe, actually.
I was going to say that. It's like
like on the half turn, technically, he's really unique, and I think that's probably why they signed him, because in like those little tight half spaces, he's probably the best. He can get out of trouble, and he's a good finisher as well.
£69 million for Hugo Ekitike, the centre forward with the kind of talent that had all eyes on Frankfurt, and now they'll be on Anfield.
He's worked the shooting chance!
And it might just be a matter of time before Alexander Isak, the best striker in the Premier League alongside Haaland, pulls on a red shirt. Slot knows champions are built from the back, and he's rebuilt his defence brick by brick. Jeremy Frimpong for £32 million on the right, Wirtz's best mate.
So how do you look forward to your next season in the Premier League? I mean, with the Dutch players, and also your best friend, is it, Florian Wirtz? One of your best friends?
Yeah, man. So I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to playing with the Liverpool squad. And of course, Flo, my boy is joining me. So it makes it extra nice. So, and I already know guys from there because of the national team. So yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait for
Milos Kerkez for £40 million on the left. Giovanni Leone, the 18-year-old Italian prodigy, for £26 million. And Mark Guehi, almost through the door, for £30 million. Now add this to the stars already in the squad: Mohamed Salah, Alexis McAllister, Virgil van Dijk, Alisson Becker, Dominic Szoboszlai, Cody Gakpo. Plus their teenage gem Rio Ngumoha, a pure sensation.
We'll have it back. And the buzz as Ngumoha gets the ball and runs. Oh my goodness me!
Put all of this into Slot's philosophy, and my friend, you have a generational team, a team built to dominate England and Europe for years to come.
They're the team to beat in the Premier League. There's no doubt they're better than Arsenal, they're better than Chelsea, and of course, City are falling off the cliff. They play like that, and if they can bottle that, they'll win this league.
The reigning kings of English football are back, and they're not here to just defend the crown, they want to dominate again. Arne Slot's debut season was the stuff of dreams. Liverpool didn't just win the Premier League, they cruised to it.
Premier League winners feel good, does it, Jamie?
Right on our pitch, most successful team in this country. Can't even be debated anymore.
Leagues, yes, I get that.
And European Cups.
Premier League is different, it's a bit
what? Like having a marathon or a Snickers, same thing.
Now, the bar has been raised. Every rival is sharpening their blades.
I think Liverpool are going to have huge expectations. I think the one thing you see in all those results right now on your screen is goals. At least 2 goals in all of them. It's going to be an incredibly entertaining team. What we saw, particularly in the second game here on the Golazo Network with those first choice players, was an enterprising, was an invention, an idea, and just a threat. You watch them and go, oh my God, how is anyone going to stop?
With Arsenal and Manchester City both aiming to dethrone the Reds, but Liverpool have reloaded in a way that screams ambition. This summer has been a statement of intent. Over £250 million spent already on names like Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Kerkez, and Hugo Ekitike, each one bringing a different weapon to Slot's tactical arsenal. And they're not done.
Defensively, Dan, it was always on the cards. I spoke to a couple of the sporting directors. They're always going to buy a centre defender. Right. It was just a matter of when. I don't think losing to Crystal Palace, sped up that process any differently. That was always a priority for them. Isak is the icing on the cake if that comes around. But certainly the defenders are the one.
The club is still pushing to land Newcastle's Alexander Isak, a deal that would smash the British transfer record and eclipse the £116 million they already dropped on Wirtz. Even without Isak, at least for now, Liverpool top the Premier League spending charts this summer. Smart sales totalling around £168 million have funded this rebuild. Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Kaoimhin Kelleher, Jarell Quansah and others have moved on, making room for this new hungry core. Yes, the Community Shield slipped through their fingers in a surprise loss to Crystal Palace, but history says that's no title predictor. In the last 14 years, only Manchester City in 2018-19 has lifted both the Shield and the Premier League in the same season. For Liverpool, the path to glory is still wide open. And when you have Florian Wirtz, arguably the best German player of his generation, pulling the strings, that path looks a whole lot shorter.
I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like playing with a player like Florian Wirtz, with the way he creatively visions passes better than most players ever would, and some players would ever dream about.
It's been a long time since Liverpool looked this dangerous on paper, and the signing of Florian Wirtz is the spark that could ignite a new era at Anfield. Some signings fill a hole. Wirtz rewrites the blueprint. He's not a static number, 10 parked in one spot. His heat map shows a player in constant motion, dictating play from deep pockets, drifting left to combine with overlapping runs, and owning those half spaces just behind the striker. That versatility is pure gold for Arne Slot's system. And here's where it gets scary. His natural positioning dovetails perfectly with Mohamed Salah's inside runs from the right.
Florian Wirtz over the last 3 seasons has the most assists of any player who's played in the Bundesliga. That's 3 seasons of playing in different formations, different positions, but the same quality. Mohamed Salah had to be goal scorer and provider for Liverpool, and they didn't win the Champions League because they ran out of steam. They had to, they've already won the Premier League, but they ran out of steam because those players had to play week in and week out.
Together they can overload defences, open central lanes, and create chaos in compact low blocks, something Liverpool have struggled to break in recent years. The numbers back it up. In 24-25, Wirtz delivered 10 goals and 11 assists from midfield, 21 direct goal contributions. His 75 shots with a 50.7% on-target rate show lethal efficiency, while 47 shot assists prove he's as much a provider as he is a scorer. His 121 touches in the penalty area blur the line between midfielder and striker, and 112 progressive runs underline his obsession with pushing the attack forward, ball at his feet, press resistant. His 189 dribbles at 60.3% success rate and 388 offensive duels attempted prove he thrives under pressure, committing defenders to free space for teammates. The playmaker tried 313 take-ons, the most in the Bundesliga and in Europe's top 5 leagues over the past 2 seasons. Only Barcelona's Lamine Yamal, 231, West Ham's Mohamed Kudus, 216, and Manchester City's Jeremy Doku, 203, have completed more dribbles than his 161. Add in that he's two-footed, and opponents have no safe side to force him onto. But Wirtz isn't just silk, he's steel in the press. He won possession 71 times in the final third last season, leading the Bundesliga in high turnovers, 39. That's exactly the kind of counter-pressing bite Slot demands. In pure creativity, only Salah, Odegaard, Bruno Fernandes and Palmer have created more open play chances than Wirtz in the last 2 seasons across Europe's top 5 leagues. His 49 through balls and 123 completed layoffs in the Bundesliga last year show a mind wired for unlocking packed defences.
And Liverpool clearly says we want to win the Premier League again and we want to win the Champions League. And with Florian Wirtz, we can do so because he's going to bring something different. because we didn't have somebody in the middle of the park with that talent. It's very rare. He's a particular player. I like the way that he thinks the football, and he suits perfectly to Liverpool.
Florian Wirtz has it all: dribbling, vision, passing range, and the creativity to try something completely different when defenders think they have him figured out. Those tools make him the perfect fit, where he can float between lines, connect the dots and dictate the rhythm. His profile screams link player, and the numbers back it up. 1,790 final third passes in the Bundesliga last season, second most in the league, showing his constant presence in the business end of the pitch.
But it was interesting, when he was not available, Xabi Alonso completely changed the way they did it. They went 3-5-2, or they went 4 at the back and 5 in midfield. So he was a guy that basically they built the team all around. Now,
but this story isn't just about Wirtz, it's about the new Liverpool project taking shape around him. Every big signing's part of the same chessboard, each piece chosen to complement and enhance his influence.
Good fit. Again, I'm convinced that Ugo Ekitike is very, very, very good at football, right? He's crafty, he can finish, he can score goals, he can fulfill a certain quota.
Liverpool's pursuit of Hugo Ekitike is more than just a transfer, it's a statement. This isn't about swapping one forward for another, it's about changing the DNA of the attack. While Darwin Núñez feeds off chaos, blistering runs and pure explosiveness, Ekitike thrives on a different wavelength, one built on penalty boxcraft, intelligent movement and link-up play that can completely alter the team's rhythm in the final third. He doesn't glue himself between the centre-backs like a traditional number 9. Instead, he drifts into half spaces, drops short to connect play, and finds those pockets just outside the box where he can combine and create. This fluidity pulls defenders out of shape, opens channels for runners like Mohamed Salah and Florian Wirtz, and adds layers of unpredictability to Liverpool's forward play. The numbers back it up. Last season, Ekitike scored 15 goals and registered 6 assists. He took 112 shots with nearly 40% on target and posted an XG of 21.08, evidence that he constantly finds high-quality scoring positions. But he's more than just a finisher. His 33 shot assists, 130 dribbles with a 53.8% success rate, and 394 offensive duels attempted show a player who's always involved, stretching defences and creating openings for others. He's willing to put in the dirty work too. With 48 interceptions and 69 recoveries, plus over 130 aerial duels contested, he offers both a pressing trigger and an aerial outlet. Add in his 63.2% pass accuracy into the final third and 49 passes into the penalty area, and you have a forward who can link, press and finish, a rounded focal point for Arne Slot's Liverpool.
Indication that they're looking for a striker that can put up a certain amount of goals. And is Ugo Ekitike the right guy? Indications say yes. I think Isak would have been a much safer bet, obviously, but since that's reportedly not happening and Ugo Ekitike is next in line that they're courting at the moment, Liverpool, I do think there's massive potential. And it's not just for this season, right? He's young. It's for this season, next season, the following. He has a lot of quality, and hopefully, if it happens, it works out for the better for Liverpool.
The other thing...
But Ekitike might not be the only weapon up front. Liverpool's interest in Alexander Isak hasn't gone away, even if the £150 million price tag is slowing things down. Isak brings proven Premier League experience, regularly hitting over 20 goals a season. He's not just a poacher, he's got the dribble, the pass, and the shooting range to hurt you from anywhere. A tall, elegant striker with lethal finishing instincts. Isak would add a different edge to Liverpool's attack, a mix of experience, technical skill, and cold-blooded precision in front of goal.
Ekitike is a better fit than Alexander Isak for Liverpool Football Club.
Oh, wow.
Isak is proven. But when you play for Liverpool, when you sign a Florian Wirtz, when you sign and have all these players, he's very selfless. And you talk about the importance of Diogo Jota, such a selfless player.
Yeah.
And had such a significant impact in the final third.
If Liverpool actually secure Alexander Isak, they'd have the most complete striker duo in world football. Pairing Isak with Ekitike, Wirtz and Salah would give them experience, youth, versatility, and raw finishing power in one package. The Alexander transfer to Liverpool is just a matter of time, but Liverpool's threat doesn't stop up there. Liverpool might be stacked with world-class names, but even in that star-filled squad, 16-year-old Rio Ngumoha managed to steal the spotlight during pre-season.
By Rego, but Liverpool have it back, and the buzz as Ngamoa gets the ball and runs.
The academy winger lit up the friendlies with his fearless, direct dribbling and lightning-quick feet, racking up 3 goals and 2 assists in just a handful of appearances. His performances didn't just excite fans, they pushed him straight into the first team conversation. He's still very young, but he offers Arne Slot another completely different attacking profile, someone who can stretch the pitch, break lines on his own, and give Liverpool a spark off the bench when defences are tiring. And in a squad already packed with firepower, that's a dangerous bonus weapon to have. Liverpool's arsenal for the new season isn't limited to flair and goals, it's about securing the future. The elephant in the room, centre-back depth. Ibrahima Konate looks set to join Real Madrid next summer, and while Virgil van Dijk remains a defensive rock, the Dutchman isn't getting any younger.
For what you say, Virgil van Dijk is going to have a poor season, and you can clearly see that in some ways he's getting older, his timing's a little bit off. For the equalising goal, if you look at his positional play on the equalising goal, he's trying to play offside when all of his teammates around him are 2-3 yards beneath him. Lack of communication, lack of organisational skills, and what's Virgil's most important part? His leadership quality, the way he communicates with his players. You've got to make sure everyone's on the same wavelength. If you don't have that, you're absolutely screwed, and they were in the second half. I just thought Virgil looked vulnerable, and then the challenge in the first, for me it's just, you have the lead in the game like this, why are you handing it back?
He can still dominate, but Liverpool know the time to invest in the next leader at the back is now.
I want them to bring it forward, but I just think the centre defensive area is more important at this moment in time. But I still think they will invest because they brought in a lot of money on the other side.
That's where Giovanni Leone comes in. Despite being just a teenager, he plays with the poise of a veteran. His anticipation is razor sharp. His composure under pressure is remarkable, and his ability to step in and intercept before danger even materialises is pure class. Defensively, he's a monster. In the under-19 Euros qualifiers, he averaged 7.44 duels per 90 minutes, winning a staggering 78%, numbers that scream dominance. In Serie A, he ranks in the 84th percentile for aerial duels won, and in a standout game against Juventus, he didn't lose a single ground battle and bossed the skies. On the ball, Leone is just as impressive. He's comfortable in a possession-heavy system, able to slot into central defence or a back three, and even push into midfield to start attacks. That versatility is priceless in modern football, especially under managers who demand play from the back. This isn't just about buying a promising kid. If Liverpool land him, they're locking in a future Premier League elite centre-back, one who can learn directly from Van Dijk and eventually take the torch. Strength plus anticipation plus calm on the ball equals the perfect formula for Klopp's and Liverpool's defensive future. The storm clouds are gathering over Liverpool's defensive line, with Jarell Quansah gone to Bayer Leverkusen and Ibrahima Konate still hesitating on signing a new contract. The club could be staring at a major centre-back shortage within the next 12 months. That's where Mark Guehi's name starts echoing louder in the Anfield corridors. Reports suggest Liverpool are ready to test Crystal Palace's resolve with a £35 to £40 million bid.
I'm with Nathan on this. Guehi gets signed. I don't think he gets into the starting 11 straight away. So while it's great to have that cover, and you're asking a lot of Van Dijk, who's into his 30s now, Konate to be playing 50 or 60 games a season. Guehi is not guaranteed games unless those injuries.
This isn't just a stopgap move, it's about securing a defensive anchor who fits the profile of the modern elite centre-back. Under Oliver Glasner last season, Palace became one of the most disciplined defensive units, ranking 4th in total, defensive and aerial duels won. Guehi wasn't just a part of that, he was the beating heat, ran elite interceptor with an uncanny sense of positioning and anticipation. But Guehi is more than just a wall. His 2024-25 numbers reveal a player who can hurt you from deep. 0.09 non-penalty goals per 90, 87th percentile, 0.06 expected assists, 85th, and 1.29 shot-creating actions per 90, 79th. That's not normal output for a centre-back. That's a sign of someone who can start attacks as confidently as he can end them. Defensively, he's elite in the duel, sitting in the top 20% for tackle success and breaking into the top 10% for expected threat from defensive actions. He wins, he disrupts, and he progresses the play. Add to that leadership qualities, ball-playing composure, and an ability to create from deep, and you have the perfect foil for Virgil van Dijk, someone who can stabilise the backline now and shape it for the next era. For Liverpool, Guéhi's arrival would not just be an answer to a looming crisis, it would be a proactive strike in keeping their defensive dominance intact. But in the high-stakes arms race of the Premier League, everyone knows that defensive depth isn't a luxury anymore, it's survival. Liverpool's 2025/26 roster looks like a nightmare for anyone standing in their way, with Guéhi and Giovanni now added to the squad. On top of Frimpong and Milos Kerkez locking down the flanks, this team has depth in every single area of the pitch. It's the kind of depth that wins you trophies when you're staring down a 60-plus game season. Up front, it's absurd. Ekitike, Isak, Wirtz and Salah could easily produce at least 40 goals between them. 10 each would already be solid numbers, but realistically, they're going to smash that mark. And while it's not official yet, Fabrizio Romano has already dropped the bomb. Isak is Liverpool bound. Alexander Isak will not play for Newcastle this weekend. Only Liverpool. The player has made clear internally once again planned to be out for Aston Villa game and following ones as well. Isak wants to join Liverpool as soon as possible, again rejecting all new deal approaches from Newcastle. The Reds are prepared to bid again, ready with a new proposal when Newcastle will open doors to a sale. Add Frimpong and Kerkez into the mix, both capable of stretching the field, delivering dangerous crosses and racking up assists, and you've got a perfect blend of width and penetration. The midfield? Creative and composed, able to dictate tempo and progress the ball through any press. The backline? Rock solid, protected by two proven shot stoppers in Alisson and Mamardashvili. This isn't just a strong Liverpool team. This is a Liverpool side built to tear through England, Europe, and any competition that dares stand in the way.